But I mean, really, his name is Peta, and he makes bread. Is that on purpose? It's about that time for the Hunger Games Mockingjay. Is that Mockingjay? Something. Part 1 of 2. Because this edition of Hunger Games is not super beauty heavy, I don't think Katniss has a stitch of makeup on. She got that same side braid. We're gonna do a little bit of a retrospect, a look for that someone from the heyday of the Capitol when times were good. Definitely a bold look. This is just gonna be like a pinch of crazy. To start, we're gonna add some eyeshadow to the upper part of the eye. Now, this is gonna be pretty basic. Think of it as like a vanilla froyo on like the level of basic things. So what I'm gonna do is just use Buck from the original Naked palette and put it on the lid of my eye from the lash line just like up to the crease and kind of feather it out. Now because we want to set up a base for lots of crazy bright color under the eye, I'm going to use a white eyeliner pencil and just line underneath my lashes on the bottom line and then also on the waterline. This is also going to set up the shape for our liner and like just the whole look of the eye. So this guy is kind of like your map. So however big you want to make this eye, however small, you can do it however you want, but this is going to be the start to how it's going to look. So just go ahead and draw the line as long as you would want the purple part to extend. Now I'm going to go pretty far out there because I'm going to make this like pretty crazy looking, and of course you can always modify it and like scale it back as much as you want to until it's like pretty minimal. Now time to throw some color on there. I'm going to be using this super bright electric purple, and to apply it I'm actually going to use one of these old school little spongy eyeshadow guys that come with eyeshadows. So all we're going to do is just use the purple to cover up everything on the white part that we just drew on with the liner. But I am going to put a tad on a little brush and just smudge it up just a little bit underneath. We're going to take a liquid liner, and then I'm going to use this really fun one from Eddie Funkhouser, and it's like a purple glitter, which is really cool. So I'm just going to follow that same shape and draw like on the inner line of the purple line all the way up to the end. Now it's time to follow that same line, the same shape, but on the top part of the eye and with a black liner. Now then go ahead and draw in the shape that you want of your liner. And now once again you have a little bit of creative liberty here. You can make it as thin or as thick as you want, that connecting little area to your actual lash line. So I'm going to keep it pretty thin and streamlined, but do whatever you want. Get creative. Now I'm just going to do the rest of my lid in the liner. Now a last little piece of color that we're going to add, I'm going to take this gold shadow Half Baked from, once again, from the Naked palette, and I'm just going to put it on the inner corner of my eye, and this is kind of an homage to Lenny Kravitz's character in the Hunger Games. What was his name? Cinna with the gold eyeliner. If we were really in the heyday of the Capitol, I would put some fake lashes on at this point, but instead I'm just gonna pop on a little mascara. The last little piece of this puzzle are the lips. Now if we were doing like a true Capitol inspired look, we would be doing something crazy with like Betty Boop Cupid doll lips with blue and whatever. But because I'm trying to make this somewhat wearable, I'm just gonna use a little bit of this black honey from Clinique to get like a tiny bit of shine and a tiny bit of color, but not trying to compete with these crazy eyes. Okay, we're done. We've got our toned down Capitol look, pretty bold for real person look. And like I said, if this is like way crazy for you, that's totally fine. Just dial it back. Just reel it on in, that's okay too. Now go forth and see the Hunger Games. And if you want to catch all of my pop culture inspired makeup tutorials, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time.